What's up, teammates? I know the view is kind of ominous or whatever, but I'm not necessarily going to be talking all that loud because the kid's asleep, and yeah, don't want to keep him up. But I do want to respond to everybody's. This is the worst win we've ever had because it's not. This is the best thing that could possibly happen for us. We're supposed to figure out if we need a Shador Sanders or if we need Aiden O'Connell. And if Aiden O'Connell sucks, then he's going to lose out. And if he doesn't suck, then he's going to win out. So what are we going to do? Is Aiden O'Connell going to play himself into position? Is he going to keep his job by producing victories? Because I don't see how, though it's strongly believed by Server Bob and many others, we get Shedeur Sanders if Aiden O'Connell wins out. What do we have? What do we have to give any team that is in a position to take a top quarterback or a top pick that would give them pause? What would they think we would give them? They would say, okay, that'll work for us. Because we're continuously out of the playoffs, but we're continuously out of the top 10. So when we try to give them our number one draft pick, they're not going to want that. Why would they? It's not going to help them at all. They're going to be stuck in the same purgatory that we're stuck in. So then what? We got to hope that he falls back to us, but how far back are we going to be? Well, that depends on Aiden. Does Aiden play us so far back that Shedeur is out of the picture? And is that a bad thing? Why is that a bad thing? Why, if we have a quarterback, what if he wins his next two games? We're completely out of Shedeur Sanders' draft sweepstakes. I don't know what else could happen as far as drafting him and putting packages together to make something come together so we can get Shedeur Sanders for sure. I don't see how that can happen if we play ourselves or if Aiden plays us out of the top 10. There's just no reason for any team to take a top 10 or number one draft pick. It's too far off from anything decent. And then we could wrap our number one draft pick with a number one or with a number two and another one from next year. But these have to be solid picks for the other team to feel like, okay, we're going to pass up on Shedeur Sanders for this package and whoever we end up getting with the first pick from them, who, you know, is so deep into the draft, is more of a crapshoot than anything else. Although all draft picks are a crapshoot to a certain extent, you know, if they weren't, there are 12 teams that would have drafted Brock Bowers, right? If you know who's going to be a surefire pick, he was supposed to be a surefire pick, and he is a surefire pick. And Tom Telesco made a great deal with that. But I don't think Tom Till's been giving the best deal to the Raiders from the beginning. I'm telling you, man, I don't see how Tom Telesco could look Antonio Pierce dead in the face and say, I think Gardner Minshew is a better quarterback than Aiden O'Connell without having some type of alternative motive in his mind. There's no way that he convinced Antonio Pierce to start Aiden O'Connell because Aiden O'Connell is a worse quarterback than Gardner Minshew. He used the mobility and veteran angle and he drilled it into their head and he convinced Getsky first because Getsky's like, shit, I just got the job. I'll do it. And if Pierce is like, well, that's not what I want, but I also don't want to go against the trinity that we've put together for this first year of my first time as the head coach in control of a professional football team. But when the time came that he finally decided, I'm going to make my own decision, Aiden came in. We started performing better. Aiden got hurt. And then, you know, that was that. But then he comes back. We almost beat the Chiefs. We do beat the Jags. We got two more games left against winnable opponents. It's going to be I don't know if Derek Carr is playing or not, but it would be hilarious to see Derek Carr versus Aiden O'Connell. The the past pain versus I guess the current pain, and many fans see it. I guess even some of the fans in the beginning of the season was go Aiden are like mad at him for these victories. Like they feel like they don't need him or want him anymore. So many people falling off the Aiden train, which is fine because they don't know what they're talking about anyway. I mean, if Aiden sucked, why are they afraid? This is the terrible part. This is why it's so much about hate and about wanting to be right. They don't like him because he stinks. They fear him now because they know he can win. What the hell is the problem? Why, if you think he's a winner, do you not want him as your quarterback? Why do you think going into these last 3 games that we can go 3-0, no problem? They fear that that's a chance. There's a real chance. If they thought it was Minshew back there, like I said, they wouldn't be tripping like this. They'd be thinking, well, as long as Minshew keeps it up, we'll be just fine. They're thinking with Aiden, oh no, Aiden's going to pick us up. He's a better quarterback and he's going to make us a better team. We would have won games with Aiden, and now it's prevalent to anyone who's watching any football for the Raiders. So why did he start in the beginning of the year? Why did Tom Telesco push so hard for Aiden to start? If you don't think it was a Telesco's plan to try to tank, to sabotage the team, to force in a tank, to keep Minshew in there even after Antonio Pierce pulled him out, because Pierce pulled him out. He pulled him out of the game because he felt like he can't win with him, and then the next game started him anyway. Because what? Because Telesco convinced him. That's why. That's why when he started Aiden, he said, no, it's my decision. I stopped listening to everybody. I stopped feeling what Tom was feeling. I stopped trying to be on the same team and not argue. It's my team, and I need to coach the way I think I need to. I'm starting Aiden. Things started going better. He hurt himself. He comes back. He kills it against the Chiefs. Almost goes 2-0 against the Chiefs in their stadium. Comes back and wins the next game against the Jags. Now everybody is afraid of his talent. It makes no sense. They're afraid of his talent. They know that he can do what he needs to do against the teams that he can do it against. And they still don't want him. They want to go out there, and there's people talking about going out there and getting Sam Darnold. After a breakout season, he's coming into his own. He had a decent season. Now he's coming into his own all of a sudden. He was a bust last year. And now he put a decent season together. He's the next thing. And he's not worth $50 million by any stretch of anyone's imagination. And if someone's saying that that's what he's going to want, I mean, Brock Purdy's going to want money up there. Why wouldn't he? He's a high commodity. He's having his breakout. He's turning into the next newest good quarterback for the league. So he's going to want his cash. Are we going to pay Sam Darnold that much money after one decent year? Let's say it was a fabulous year. 1 year when he's had 3 chances. And all of a sudden, he's a top level and he deserves big money and we should go out there and start spending for him. No, that doesn't make any sense. Shedeur Sanders, if we got a pick that puts us in a position to get Shedeur Sanders, that makes 100% sense. If the best player available will be Shedeur Sanders when we make the pick, that'll be the best thing for us. How do we make a package if Shedeur's not there? I don't know. How do we justify making a package if Aiden wins out? And I'm not talking to y'all Aiden haters, the never Aiden people. Because the never Aiden people is just praying for anything other than Aiden O'Connell to be successful. They don't want him to win games. They don't want him to be the starting quarterback. They don't want to acknowledge anything that he's done in the past. they'd rather find a way to say his performance doesn't matter in the Kansas City games because we lost anyway. The performance he had the first time he played against Kansas City in his career, where he had the best quarterback ranking any quarterback in the league, playing against the Super Bowl champions, the best quarterback rating in the league, but he sucks. That doesn't happen to someone who sucks. You don't throw for that many yards and have you help your team all the way up to 73-point victory if you suck. You can't do that if you suck. Someone sucks doesn't get lucky enough to just do that. Someone who sucks doesn't get lucky enough to put it to the Chiefs twice and almost beat them twice. Someone who sucks doesn't come in and win the Jags game with a worse team than Gardner Minshew and what the hell is Ritter had. Well, I guess Ritter had the same injuries that Aiden was dealing with, but he still lost against his team that he should have beat. A team that was so terrible, they benched their quarterback after a victory. They won the game. He won the game, and it's still like, and fool, it's too late. It's too little, too late. Get on going. That's how bad he was. He was so terrible that after a win, they sat him, and he still beat Desmond Ritter. So, what are we talking about here? Why are we discussing why we need a quarterback so bad, especially if Aiden O'Connell wins out and we're nowhere near in the Shedeur Sanders sweepstakes anyway? And then how are we going to package something together that's going to put us in the Shedeur Sanders sweepstakes if Aiden wins out like that? So really, Aiden O'Connell's battling for his job. Because if he battles out, wins out, puts us way out of Shedeur Sanders sweepstake, which is basically what he's doing, what are we going to do? Who are we going to pick up? Are we really going to try to pick up somebody who's supposed to be better than Aiden O'Connell? If Aiden O'Connell comes in on a team that just had a 10-win losing streak and takes them on a 3-game winning streak, just because the fans hate him, does that mean that everybody who knows a little bit about football is going to hate him? Does that mean the front office is going to hate him, knowing we got a winning quarterback with such a small salary? I don't think so. I think even if they not happy and want to draft a quarterback in the future, they're going to be fine with riding till Aiden until the better quarterback comes out. And if we can get Shedeur Sanders, then put Shedeur Sanders in there and see if he beats Aiden O'Connell out. I mean, he's supposed to, but that doesn't mean that he will. And I mean, like I said, I looked at Shedeur Sanders and I'm not too much more impressed than what he can do over what Aiden O'Connell can do. Yeah, I only believe that he has a higher ceiling because he's destined to be good. I don't know if Aiden's destined to be good, but damn it, he's good right now. If anybody gives him a shot, he's going to be a winner for their team because he's a winner for our team, love it or not. The truth is, I guess he doesn't have a winning record anymore. Now he's under Antonio Pierce, he's under 500 at 6-5. But still, we talk about games that he would have won, that he's close. The talent is there. The winning is there. The proof is in the pudding. Just because people don't like the pudding doesn't mean it doesn't taste good. They just hate that pudding. And then that's just all y'all people out there is doing is hating. Hating Aiden because he's about to start winning games. He sucks so bad that y'all afraid he's going to start winning. What the hell kind of ridiculous double talk is that? That's called hate, people. That's called shooting yourself in the foot. That's called wanting your team to lose just so you can see yourself be right. Cutting off your nose to spite your own face. Wanting to be right so bad that you want to lose. You rather see us be unsuccessful to see Aiden himself be successful. If it was Gardner Minshew right there and he started performing, he started changing, turning the season around, people would be talking about maybe Gardner Minshew was coming back. Maybe it was all just the offensive coordinator. And you see Gardner Minshew came back and he's 1-2 and he almost beat the Chiefs. And maybe that's what's going on. Maybe Gardner Minshew can do it, and maybe we'll just let Guard Dog turn it around for us. If he plays us out as the Shedeur Sanders Sweetfield, well, then Guard Dog was a good quarterback. He can win, and he'll take us to the playoffs next year because look at how he ended last season. And he's a veteran, and he can move. Guard Dog. Getting sacked all the time. Now, Aiden goes out there, scrambles, running for first downs, making plays, rolling to his right, making plays, rolling to his left. Still, hate. Can't call it. I really wish I could. I really wish I could. And I can't. And you know what? I don't care. This whole worst win we ever had thing, go ahead and take it and shove it somewhere. Take that worst win and drink it down with some strong coffee. Okay? Because that's what happens when you win. If you don't like what happens when you win, well, don't even watch it. Don't sit here and complain about 10 losses if you don't care if we win. What's the difference? If you're going to sit here and lose bad enough to get somebody who you think should be able to be better than Aiden O'Connell, although there's not a whole lot to suggest to the contrary. I don't care what anybody says. If you see Shedeur Sanders coming in and beating the Kansas City Chiefs 2 times in a row in their home field, okay, then that's what you see. You see the possibility of something like that happening. I've seen it happen. Okay? One bad snap away from Aiden O'Connell beating the Kansas City Chiefs at home twice. And I don't care what anybody says about the first game. What you do to win games is not turn the ball over and keeps the drives sustained. And what did Aiden do? He didn't turn the ball over, and yeah, we only scored 6 points on offense, but you know what you have to do to score 6 points? You have to drive from at least the 20-yard line all the way up to the 40, 30-yard line, right? So you got to get 60 yards worth of territory before you can get to a field goal. And that's what he did. And that's why we had those 6 points to give us the victory. Don't forget that part. You can't win 14-14. And you can't force a team to score a touchdown in the last quarter of the football game if you're only up 3 points. And if you don't move the ball up and down the field, you're only going to be up 3 points. But you move the ball up and down the field enough to be up 6 points to force the other team into a situation where they couldn't come back, but he sucks. He marches us down the field in the middle of a 2-minute drive, gets us in field goal range on a game where Daniel Carson's already missed 4 field goals, and give him another chance to win the goddamn game. Somebody kicks it. It's a bad snap. It's a bad tap. It's a bad snap. It hits him in the chest. Someone kicks it right away from Aiden before he grabs it. It goes to the damn other team. And that's that. So, take all those victories and just throw them away. Take any bonus, any positive that you have about Aiden O'Connell and throw it away and just say he sucks. Although you fear his ability and you're afraid that he's going to win the games that you need to lose so you can get your magical franchise quarterback, whomever that's supposed to be. And in many people's popular belief now, it's Shedeur Sanders. And I've said for a long time, we should draft Shedeur Sanders because he should be a guarantee. But there's no guarantee that he's going to be better than Aiden. But there's no guarantee that he won't. The thing is, whoever's better is going to be a good quarterback because Aiden O'Connell is already a good quarterback. So if Shedeur is better than Aiden, then yes, we're going to go further than Aiden could have took us. And if we go 3-0 and somehow against Sador Sanders, like those of Surfer Bob's ilk. I'll just say it. He believes that no matter what, we'll get him. But how? I just don't believe there's a way we can get them if we don't have nothing to give to people to give them up. We got nothing if we make those wins. Now, will we make those wins? It remains to be seen. Can we make those wins? Yes. Do people think that those wins can come? Are they confident that we can win under Aiden? Yes. And it scares them because they know it's right there. And it takes them away from their dream. And if it takes them away from their dream, it's because Aiden's showing ability as a football player or as a starting quarterback. Because he won out and he took them out of Sador Sanders sweepstakes. And now everybody can only be upset that he won out because, well, he sucks. He sucks so bad that he won out. Silver lining is the team doesn't listen to the fans. The team listens to their heart, and the team wants to fucking win. Whether Tom Telesco sat them on the wrong trail from the beginning or not, the team still wants to win, and they feel confident under Aiden that they can win. Aiden's back, and their confidence is back, and winning's back. And I'm back, even though it's been some vacationing. And man, sometimes vacationing is hard work. It is. This is a hard working vacation right here. This ain't no joke, but it's still fun. Don't get me wrong. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hope the little bad production quality don't mark me back too bad, but you know how it is. Now, remember, can't win them all. And the clouds will get dark, but when you're looking for the bright side, come to the silver lining. Not have someone who complain about a win.